Hi, I'm Ann Sermons-Gillis, and I want to talk to you today about some EZosophy. I want to help you have more emerging, easy moments in your life. I'll tell you a story. When I was young, my mom used to complain about going to the post office around Christmas. It was a yearly complaint. She was going to have to stand in line. She was going to have to wrap the presents. She was going to have to do this. She was going to have to do so many things. And it was especially around Christmas cards. People used to send Christmas cards every Christmas, and they do somewhat now, but back then it was just obligatory. You had to send Christmas cards. So Mom would talk and talk about it, and we lived in a town that was all like 12,000 people. And when the university was in, there was maybe 30,000 people, but it was a very small town. And so I'm sure that the line at the post office probably had like 10 people in it, maybe 10 people. So when I grew up, what I noticed that every Christmas when it came time to mail packages or when it came time to send out Christmas cards, I would start suffering. I'd start worrying about what time I got at the post office, how the lines would be long. And of course they actually were. The lines were long and it was a long wait. And one day, when I lived in Memphis, this was many, many years ago, I lived in Memphis and I found this little kiosk. This was before the little tiny post offices that they had out in shopping centers, but this was this kiosk. And I thought, oh my gosh, it was a standalone little thing where you could put money in a slot and you could weigh your packages and you could send them off. And I thought, oh my gosh, I could come here at Christmas time and mail my packages and I wouldn't have to wait in line. There'd be no problem whatsoever. And I thought, I will remember this in case I want to do this. In other words, I was trying to decide whether I wanted to do it the easy way or the hard way, because I was so habituated to doing it the hard way that I always did it that way. And it seemed disloyal to do it any other way. It seemed really strange. And I think that year I did mail things at the post office, but there was this odd feeling about having it be easy at Christmas because that wasn't my habit. My habit was to always be stressed out around Christmas time. And so over the years, what I've tried to do is to take the stress out of Christmas, because I've noticed that holiday times, people in the United States tend to suffer. They tend to take that and make it something that it's not. It's not an enjoyable time. And I said, I'm just not doing this. And so I've done such things as not send out cards, or send out cards later during the year, just and say I don't send Christmas cards out, I'm sending out something else, or just not do anything. And I found that it was very stressful sometimes buying presents, and I would quit buying presents, or I would just ask my daughter, well, what do you need? Can you order this thing for my grandchildren? I wasn't going to fret over presents. And so we do have this culture that supports suffering. It's like our identity is mixed up in this suffering, and it's not genuine suffering. It's made up suffering. It's stuff we do not have to suffer about. And so that's why I developed a philosophy called EZosophy, because I saw that it ran thick in my family. And when I started writing about it, I found that it ran thick in everyone's, there goes the wind, it ran thick in everyone's family. So I just want to encourage you to begin to live the moment of ease. It's honorable to have things be easier, and not just to figure out outside the things that you need to do, like mail a package or mail postcards or mail cards, just about what is going on internally that you can become less worried about or make it easier. How can you have an easy patrol going around in the mind instead of a hard patrol? Because that's what we do. We get up in the morning and the hard patrol goes, attention, it's going to be hard today. And we look to see how hard it's going to be. And we look for our problems, and then we recite them to our friends. And it's a self-fulfilling prophecy that happens over and over and over again, because our mind won't let us out of this endless crazy loop of suffering. So may I suggest to you, that this moment can be easier than you have made it up to be. I want you to remember this one other thing, and that is, I love you. So take it easy, make it easy, easy day, or at least easier.